Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of May, right through the end of June 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I don't do personal readings, so I'll never reach out to you personally to offer one, and I also never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them to show them the way regarding their career and money situation? What are they meant to see at this time regarding the future of their path? What are they meant to be aware of during this time regarding their career and money? Can you please show them the way for their highest good? Well, we've got the Devil card to start, so you're definitely putting your own needs first there. We also have the Moon card there, so some of you are doing a bit of soul searching in your career, really sorting through some things that you feel are a little bit uncertain, really looking at your dreams and goals. And we have the Hangman there as well. They want me to go one more because I just want to see on the other side of that what's going on. We also have the Temperance card. So this can indicate that, you know, there are some changes going on within your career sector right now, but I see here that you're seeing things from different viewpoints, getting new knowledge, new information that will help you, but it also feels that some of you are, and I'm just needing to go and get some more cards, there's just this overarching energy of whatever happened last month, expect a little bit more of the same, okay? I do see, as I said, some changes going on there, but I feel like you're a little bit more focused on your true life's mission and purpose path, and I feel right now you're examining your priorities, what's important to you. It's almost like I'm being given an energy of process of elimination. And what I mean by that is you're really looking at the things that you don't like doing about your career sector or your job, and you really are kind of working through it, almost like crossing things off your list. Maybe this is something that you have to do, whether you like it or not. There are aspects of every job that people enjoy and don't enjoy, but some of you may be cutting things out that you feel waste your time. I mean, you got the Devil card twice here. Now, of course, the Devil card, it is a Capricorn card, so this means that, you know, you're coming out on top, you're leading with your passions. However, I really need to tap into it a little bit deeper just to see what is going on there, because you know, when the Devil card is a positive energy, because it can be a positive energy, don't get me wrong, Devil card is not an evil card. It highlights where you're feeling stuck or what you need to do to change your circumstances, especially if you're feeling a little bit restless at this time. We've got the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're overstretched right now. You've got a lot going on. But I feel this energy of process of elimination, almost like you're saying, okay, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I'm definitely never going to do that. And it kind of like leaves you with what you're excited about, what you really want to do. It's almost like you're getting so clear about what it is that you want to do in your career sector that you're cutting out all the things that, you know, are not valuable to your career path. So I feel actually it's a very positive process of elimination, but let's just go a little bit deeper here. We've got 4 of Wands. We've got the Death card. Yeah, you're just ending things with these 2 cards. You're ending things that make you feel stuck or get in your way or just don't feel right about your career sector right now. We've got the Ace of Swords, and we've got the King of Swords. So this is really positive energy. You may not feel right now that things have been heading in a positive direction. You may have felt actually it's been a lot of hard work. It's been super difficult. I mean, you've got the Devil card, you've got the Judgment card, and you've got the Ten of Wands. These cards all in combination is like, why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult? Even though you're someone who is super passionate, you're someone who is really talented and gifted at what you do, and you work super hard, sometimes you're like, why does it always have to be this hard? Will it get any easier? Well, the answer is yes. I can see some breakthrough moments happening here for you. Something is being offered to you in the month of June in particular, and it's almost like you don't want to celebrate just yet until it's really finalized. I just get this energy of like, you know what? I'll believe it when I see it, and then only when it's been signed on the dotted line will you believe that it's going to happen. Whatever this is, we're going to tap into it and see what it is, but I feel like it's a role that has more responsibility or status there, but it could also be that you're implementing an idea, something that you've been thinking about for quite some time. You've been ruminating on it. There's like a breakthrough moment, or suddenly you launch it. But I definitely see that you're getting very clear on what it is that you want, because right now things are feeling a little bit uncertain, or you're feeling a little bit stuck in a rut. Maybe it's because there's been extra pressure or extra work on you. You may even feel that there's never enough time in the day to do what you need to do day to day. So whatever industry you're working in, it just feels like a lot. Now, every industry at the moment, of course, because of economic situations and fluctuations and just the way that industry is going at the moment, there's extra pressure to, bring your A game and then some. So I really feel you always bring your A game, but I feel there's like extra responsibility, extra work being delegated. It just feels like you're up against it. And I feel that's generally pretty much every industry. But right now, you're really looking at whether you are valued where you're at, where you're appreciated where you're at. And with that Devil card there, of course, it is a Capricorn energy, so this is about you putting your own needs first. It's about you valuing your skill set and making sure that you lead with your passion, but also that, you actually put an end to a cycle of people either undervaluing you or trying to pay you less money for the skill set that you have. I really feel like you're looking across the board. It's almost like a bit of a revamp happening here in your career sector. Also, the Devil card, it can highlight something that perhaps you've been worrying about that's been making you feel stuck in some way. And with the Judgment card, I feel you're going to be sent a sign or an omen that everything's going to be okay. Okay, so I really get a sense here that if you have been troubled about something or something's been weighing on your mind, I feel like suddenly you get the answers that you seek and things start moving in the direction that you're hoping for, because the outcome energy is actually really positive. And I see, you've got a lot of major arcana cards here. So this is a really big month for change regarding your career sector. Now, the Devil card can also indicate some of you have been working in very toxic environments or toxic situations, and you're trying to limit that energy. I mean, some of you are actually paying close attention and observing the way that people interact with you. And if there's any conflict between you and a person in the working environment, I feel like you're just keeping a note of it at this time, observing it and making sure that it doesn't cross a boundary or a line, okay? Now, also the Devil card, as I said, it doesn't have to be like a negative card. It can be that you're leading with your passions, that you're obsessively working towards something, and sometimes you tend to burn yourself out, especially if you're really excited about something or enthusiastic. You launch yourself in completely. And when you've got the Judgment card here, this means that you're really super passionate about your career sector or whatever it is that you are working in or towards right now, and there could be some workaholism here. So I feel be a little bit mindful, because you've also got a Nine of Swords there. It's in the resistance position, and we've got the Four of Wands, which is like sometimes, you need to take a break and trust that the process is working. You don't have to always go above and beyond, even though you naturally are someone who does that. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying make sure you have some quality rest, especially sleep. Okay, some of you may have had problems sleeping recently. This could be because we've had so many strong currents when it comes to moon activity and, of course, solar activity there as well in the last couple of weeks and months. And this may have affected you, but I feel that will streamline. Okay, I feel things will get a little bit more in a plateau where you can get better quality sleep and rest. And it just helps you with all that energy and vitality to basically move forward on your projects. Now, for some of you, this could also be drama, okay? Drama in the workplace. Perhaps there's some conflict there. You're reaching for something and it just feels like you're the only person reaching for it. It just feels like other people are probably coasting, or You know, they're not bringing their A game. The Four of Wands in this position can indicate some of you have had some setbacks, or you feel, you know, there's no harmony or, you know, support in whatever it is that you do, and you're going solo, or you're actually leaving a position because the Death card is there. Some of you are leaving something that has been really difficult, and you're walking straight into a better position that has more responsibility, more status, and it gives you the potential to really utilize your skill set and carve like out an area for yourself where you know, increase your reputation as being the best at what you do, because the King of Swords there is actually a pro at whatever they do. So I feel like you really are owning this sense of empowerment this month, and basically stepping away from anything that wastes your time, anything that worries you, anything that's been broken down. I just feel things are going to get fixed this month as well there. Now, of course, the Judgment card is all about your path. It's about your calling, and you're listening to your calling. So I definitely see, I mean, for some of you, it could be that if you're not leaving a position, I feel like you're actually deciding to do something about your circumstances to change it. So it could be that you are judging a situation, that you are basically having a bit of a wake-up call to someone who isn't pulling their weight, whether you're an entrepreneur and you hire people and you just feel like things have been a little bit off recently. You may actually do a bit of a a mission to do some appraisals to find out what's going on there. For some of you, if you're working for a company, for example, you may be noticing someone who, comes and goes whenever they want, and they just sort of like coast, and all the extra work is building up, and you've been doing it. You've been taking up the slack there. Also, some of you, if you are currently out of work and you're looking for a job or an opportunity, I feel like it's been some time, and some of you have been a little bit worried. So whatever reason you're out of work, whether it's you were made redundant, or a contract just came to the end naturally of something and you're looking for something else, you're a freelancer, or whether you were fired or just you haven't been able to find work because you've come out of college, whatever it is, I feel, yes, I see the anxiety there. But I feel there is an opportunity coming in that requires your skill set, and it's actually a higher status role than you're expecting, okay? So I definitely see a new opportunity coming in. It's a real breakthrough, and it will transform the way that you approach your career as well. So I feel some of you could have a major interview this week, or I see this month in general, but I mean, I feel some of you are going to get information this week on a new opportunity that comes in. So you may hear about it, and then suddenly, you're interviewing for it. And then, of course, by the end of June, I feel like you've been told that you've got the role. Now, you may not step into actioning that role until you move into July. But I feel here that there will be some contract signed, and that's what's happening there. So if you're currently out of work and looking for work, or whether you're currently in a situation that you're not happy with and you're putting the feelers out by sending out your resume, there is a new role opportunity coming in here that's more in alignment with your life's purpose. And this new opportunity, they really value your skill set. And I feel, this is about you rising through the ranks and changing, your path. I feel you're staircasing quicker than you would where you were kind of at. Okay, because I feel for some of you, you may have felt like you've hit a glass ceiling or a plateau, or you've come as far as you can in the role that you're in, and now you're kind of asking what's next, okay? Now, the Judgment card also indicates you understand what you need to do in order to change something about your career sector, and you're being called at this time to make those changes, because the Ten of Wands is asking you, are you doing too much? Okay, are you being overstretched without reward? Is there lack of balance or harmony in your current circumstances? And I mean, this is like burnout, okay? So some of you have been working so hard, especially if you're an entrepreneur, when you really own your business and care so much about your business, it's not really 9 to 5, it's kind of 24/7. So some of you may have been worried about some ebb and flow of the seasonal activity regarding your business, whatever that may be, and you may be worried that things are not so good right now. But I see things picking up for you. I feel that slow cycle is ending, because we've got the Hangman there, which is like a period of feeling a little bit in limbo, or feeling that things have slowed down to a halt. And we've got the Devil card there and the Death card. So that tells me that that period comes to an end. There's sudden action and movement, and there may even be like a new new client or a new opportunity that comes in at the end of June that actually sees that you're completely back in the game. There's more traction, there's more attention. So I definitely see some change there. If you're a freelancer and you are concerned that perhaps you haven't booked your next job, for example, I do see one coming in. You may actually meet this person at some sort of event. It feels very much like if you're a freelancer, you meet someone at an event and they tell you about a project that they may be doing and you're like, oh wow, I kind of do that. That's what my last role was. So if you do need anyone, I'm available, and I feel like this person will reach out and they will hire you for that next project. That's what's coming there as well. But the Ten of Wands across the board, whether you work for yourself, whether you're working in a company, I feel like the pressure is on right now with that Ten of Wands. But as you can see here, I feel this means that you're tying up loose ends. So some of you, if you've got major projects on, you could see them coming to fruition in the month of June. It just feels like you're on to the next, a new start, because anything that ends up being a 10, it means that you're about to complete or finish whatever it is that you are working on. And that ace tells me either a new idea or a new project is coming in to keep the ball moving in the right direction. Also, I feel some of you are working really hard or have taken up extra hours or maybe even a seasonal role or an odd job, or you're doing something extra is what I feel in order to make sure that you're moving towards your goals financially. Now, I don't see any pentacles here, okay, but there's something to celebrate. So it could be financial. I will pull a card on it. But ultimately, I mean, there's this energy of you feeling really exhausted, okay? And not just in terms of a physical level. I feel like on a soul level, you're feeling pretty exhausted with the way that the world is right now, the way that the working environment is right now. And it just feels like you're on a treadmill of life, just doing. And you may have found it difficult. I mean, whoever's energy I'm picking up here, you're a very strong person. And some of you may be gathering the strength at this time, because I really see this card as being you gathering the strength to make a change in your career that perhaps you've been ruminating on for quite some time, but you may have been a little bit nervous or a little bit, anxious about those steps and picking the right time to do it. But I see here that, you will know when the right time is. And there is purpose in pause, because whenever we feel we're in limbo or we feel a little bit uncomfortable in life, and this is across the board, it's not just in terms of your career, whenever we feel that lull, it gives us opportunities to open up to new ideas, to really think about branching out. So I definitely see that this lull is going to work in your favor. And even though I feel like you're super stretched and busy, because actually I'm seeing in the water right now a spinning top. Okay, now spinning top can represent, of course, being busy, not aimless. I feel like you're not like just, spinning plates and multitasking and there's no goal. I feel like some of you, it feels like lots of little bits being completed and coming together to consolidate. And I feel combining these things, I'm just getting this energy of being more effective. And I just feel like everything is going to come together as planned. But sometimes when you're in the midst of it, it doesn't feel like that, if that makes sense. But it is coming together. Now, we do have the Moon card. It's in the resistance position at first. Now, when it's in the resistance position, it can indicate some frustrations. It can also indicate that some of you can't believe that some people really coast and leave all the work up to you, or how people, get away with doing nothing and still they rise through the ranks, or, it just feels like you're a little bit... There's an energy of disillusion here. So don't shoot the messenger when I say this. I'm just getting this energy of like, what is going on? It just feels like a level of crazy that has ramped up in the world at large, but also you may feel it filtering out in your energy field or in your working environment. It just feels like things are a little bit off kilter, but things will level itself out is what I'm seeing there. Now, also, a lot of you are thinking about becoming independent, being your own boss, because you're a natural born leader. That's what the King of Swords tells me about who you are, that you're someone who's going to be super focused, really organized, and you tend to be that sort of person anyway, but I really feel like you are extra organized and extra focused this month, and I feel it's because things are busy. And with this card, it can indicate that right now, you may be looking at stability in the working environment, but also that independent streak that says you should launch your own thing. So you may even have it as a side hustle, because this is a card of duality. So I really feel like you, my beautiful Capricorn, You have many purposes, okay? Not just one life purpose. You may have a major goal, but as soon as you accomplish that goal, you're on to the next goal. You're someone who is very movement forward oriented. So I really see here that right now you may be thinking about setting up something else, or you already have 2 streams of income or even maybe more, and you're just trying to expand on your energy and also on your opportunities. Just make sure that you don't spread yourself too thin, because when you do that, one area is going to suffer. So it's really important to just make sure that there is balance and harmony there as well. Now, the moon card in this position, it indicates that some of you have been going through a major transition, not just in the career environment, but also personally. So things that you wanted many years ago may not be the things that you want now. Some of you are working towards homes, purchasing homes, or even repayment plans, mortgages, things like that, pensions. So I feel like you're looking across the board about your dreams, your goals, and the life that you aspire to, and where you are on that path right now. And some of you may be making some adjustments. And I feel this card, when it's in this position, it basically means you're leaving fear behind. A pathway is being made clear for you to, get to the top of that mountain and to reach your goal. And I definitely see that's the trajectory that you're on right now. Now, also, I'm getting an energy coming through here of an important meeting coming up, okay? And you're going to do really well in that meeting, whatever it is. I mean, for some of you, it could be an appraisal. It could also be some sort of important meeting regarding finances, or maybe an interview for a job. I can't really tell what it is, but I'm just getting this sense of a calendar and an important meeting coming up. And you're going to do really well in that meeting, but you won't see the results immediately, is what I'm being given. So don't let that deflate you, that you don't get instant results from it, but there are results from it, whatever that is, okay? So I'm just going to leave it like that because that's what I'm being given there, okay? Now, we do have the 9 of Swords. It is in the resistance position, okay? Now, the resistance position, of course, indicates that, there's nothing really to worry about per se, but that's not going to stop you from really focusing on things that, it's almost like you feel like you need to have a backup plan. That's the energy that I've got here. Or that you're strategizing at this time and you're thinking about all the potentials that could go wrong, okay? And it feels like you're just having a backup plan for the backup plan. Now, ultimately, I don't see anything going wrong here, but I feel some of you are just cautious, just to make sure. So perhaps in the industry that you're in, you're seeing a lot of changes that are like in terms of policies, rules, regulations, or you feel like there's a lot of downsizing going on and you're just being cautious just to make sure you safeguard yourself. I mean, that's definitely prudent, of course. But what I see here is that you really are an asset to any team or environment or industry that you find yourself in, but still I get the sense that, you are thinking about security and making sure that you've got that backup plan. And with the 9 of Swords here, this is also a card of shifting negative self-talk, okay? To have faith in yourself, to really back yourself. And also, I'm getting an energy that some of you, because the 9 of Swords, it can be that there is like a situation that is causing you worry or is haunting you, for example. Now, this could be that maybe there is a person who is in your working environment who's making things difficult for you, and you're taking the initiative to move away from the situation. This person could be micromanaging you, or they could be like singling you out for something. This person's going to leave. I want you to be aware of that. This person is going to leave. It may not be in the next coming weeks or months, but later on down the line, this person's going to leave. Although I don't see you really holding out for this person to leave, because you don't work on anyone else's plans. You're working on your own plans. And I feel right now you're strategizing and formulating those plans. Even though you may be working really hard, I see that you're trying to implement something new and something daring there as well. Now, we've also got the 4 of Wands. Again, it's in the resistance position like you got it in the reverse. But anything that's in the resistance position, it will turn into the upright by the end of June. And, the 4 of Wands means some of you, either there is some sort of a disharmony in a situation or a conflict that will be resolved, but also I feel some of you are leaving a place or a situation that you enjoyed, but now you feel it's over. So this could be like a project that you really enjoyed working on. It was hard work, but you really felt content with the job that you did. You feel that you did a job well done. You're satisfied with the way it went, and now you're on to the next. And it's a shame that it came to an end, but now you're on to the next, okay? It could also mean that you're actually leaving an environment that you really enjoyed, but it's changed in some way, and you don't resonate with it anymore. So with that Four of Wands going into the upright, I definitely see a milestone or a successful moment occurring for you in June in particular. But right now, you just feel like you're up against it and you can't see the rewards that you're working towards, okay? But I see that they are coming for you. The Four of Wands also indicates that some of you are trying to bring a little bit more fun and spontaneity back into your working environment. You may feel that the environment has changed somehow in the last couple of years, and it just feels different. It doesn't feel like, well, you know, I got to be honest with the energy I've got coming in. It almost feels like it doesn't feel like you belong there anymore, because you've got that death card there. It's like something needs to change. So it could be the environment that needs to change, or a person needs to leave, or maybe you need to leave this situation. But actually I see that some of you are setting up new things on the side with lots of new ideas. This is a very inspired time for you, where you're actually going to have wonderful maverick ideas come to you that you will implement, and it will transform your working environment. So if you're staying where you're at right now, it could be that you change your approach, or you put in for a promotion or raise, because I definitely see there's one available, and you leave a team that you used to vibe with, but you just feel like you just don't vibe anymore, right? So I just get this energy that you're kind of like moving into something else, and you are leaving that toxic situation behind, is what I see there. And the Four of Wands, you will celebrate something that you went up for, or you had an interview for. The Four of Wands also indicates a very creative phase and taking pleasure in your work, but also networking. So some of you, if you are an entrepreneur, for example, and you tend to work on your own a lot, it could be that you're integrating yourself, meeting new people, and I feel there's going to be one person who is actually someone who people tend to find really difficult, but actually you get on really well with this person, and they really like you, they really warm to you, because you're so passionate about what you do. So I really feel that there is a great alliance there later on. This person will open doors for you later on, is what I see there, okay? Now for some of you, if you work for a company, that could actually happen when you go to a work event, for example. What I see here is that some of you may have a work event booked or planned, and I mean, I don't see a delay there, but I see there could be some like change to it. I mean, it could be change of time, or it could be a change of an event itself. So for example, if you have a team building event where you're all like, I don't know, making sushi together, I don't know, or if you are having a team building event where you're just going to like a garden party, for example, but the weather is a little bit off, it could be that there's a change in time. And I feel this actually works really well in your favor, because it sets you up to talk to someone really influential in your industry. And when they actually hear what you have to say about your industry and the way that things work, they look at you in a different way, and they're really impressed. Okay, so I see friends in high places happening here for you, but also you are headed to high places. So one day you will also be a friend who is in a high place to somebody else. So I see, the tables are turning for you in a really positive way. Now, your outcome energy, we have the Hangman. So something feels like it's on hold. For some of you, I've got to be honest, there may be some delays in infrastructure or the chain of events is what I'm seeing. So if you are expecting some sort of resource to come in to aid you with your business, there may be a bit of a delay. And I feel like you brainstorm away around it. So if you have clients, for example, who are relying on your product or your service, but you can't do it because the part hasn't arrived, or it feels like the chain of command has slowed down to a halt. I feel like you come up with a genius idea of how to work around it, and your clients are really impressed. Also, if you work for a company, for example, if something isn't readily available, it's almost like you find an alternative, and the person that requires it is really impressed with your due diligence, but also with your attention to detail and you being a problem solver. And it really works well in your favor there. But the Hangman is really interesting because it can indicate that sometimes there is a time for inaction, a time for pause. And if you are constantly on the go, you know, sometimes when we're working towards something or manifesting something and we are so like passionate but almost obsessive about it, sometimes, you know, it comes to us, the reward comes to us slower. You know, many years ago, and I'm just being reminded of it right now, many years ago, I pushed myself to the absolute max to try and do everything I could. And, you know, to the point where I was obsessive, I was also really distressed when it didn't go my way, of course. Everything was personal, of course, because you care about it. And then something major happened. I had a tower moment in my life, and everything kind of fell away. And suddenly I was very still, left with pretty much nothing. Lost my job that I really cared about, lost my home that I was living in. You know, everything just started to fall away. I was super lucky that I have family and friends that could really like support me during that time, emotionally and of course physically, staying back with my folks. So I was really lucky. But the universe said stop, because I was accepting a lot of toxic situations and a lot of situations where I was accepting less than I truly deserved for the effort that I was putting in. And then as soon as I paused and stopped, the universe was like, okay, breathe, which I did, of course, and this calmness came over me. And suddenly, all the things that I'd pushed myself so hard to try and accomplish, suddenly the universe was delivering it. Here, this is what you wanted, right? I was like, wow, I didn't even like try this time. An opportunity just came into my email box, then another one, and then another, and then suddenly the doors were opening to meet new people and new experiences, and suddenly everything started to change for me in a way that was so positive. It was saying surrender, trust the process, we got you. Sometimes when we try too hard, we kind of like put so much pressure on things that we stop it. You know, it's like magnets. You know, when you try to push something together and it's not working, there's a reason. It means the frequency is off at this time. It doesn't mean it's not never. It just means not now. So I feel some of you, it's about allowing yourself that point to pause and say, okay, universe, I trust you. I trust the process. What's happening? And with the Devil card and the Death card together, this means something that is not working for you or is blocked is changing. Suddenly, the blockage is being released. So I definitely see there with that Devil card, you're putting your own needs first, you're valuing yourself, you're leading with your passions, but it's like, don't obsess over the changes that are going on because we got you, is what I see here, okay? So change, it's something that is constant in our world. Some of you will see changes in infrastructure or merges going on, downsizing. There's going to be a lot of change in the working environment, no matter what industry you work in right now. Everyone's going to feel that. But I see here that you're launching new ideas. I feel like you're in a really good position because you're an asset to any industry that you work in. And I see that there is balance, harmony, and I feel that you're going to have a major breakthrough in your career that leads to something really extra special, okay? As I was saying, that one constant of change happens. The seasons change, we change, situations change, everything changes. And that is the one thing that we can rely on. So we may as well relax, breathe, and acknowledge that all we need to do in life is be flexible, work towards something, be free to make adjustments, and, you know, just be ready for all the opportunities that are about to come your way, because I see two major ones coming your way. And with that Temperance card, I feel like there's a little bit of a choice going on with this card, even though it's not a choice card, but I see that you get the best of both worlds is what I'm seeing with this. Also, this card indicates patience, and I feel, especially with all the energy here, there is a frustration. I don't see you being impatient. I see that you're frustrated with the way things have been going, but change is afoot, and now you're going to be aligned completely with your life's meaning and purpose, and you know, you are making an impact in your industry. And whenever you get this card, you know, it tends to mean that you're going to receive like some sort of wish or desire without losing your head. Okay, even though this figure is like headless. It tends to mean that you're tapped in completely to your crown chakra, to the energy, to that knowingness that success is assured because you've put in so much hard work there. Now also, the Temperance card is, of course, about balancing out your energy, streamlining what you do, steady energy, it wins the race kind of thing. And with the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, this is your breakthrough. This is about you getting clarity. This is about you taking action on something that you've been thinking about doing for some time, owning your energy and being rewarded for it as well. The Ace of Swords in particular is all about the law of karma. It's a powerful transformation energy that brings a lot of synchronicity into your life, that good things are working out for your highest good, and that, you will expect quicker results at the end of June. It feels like the pace is getting a bit faster for you, but not in a way where it's like you're busy and like pushed and pulled in many different directions. It feels very much like everything is coming together as it should. And I feel with this card, there's new information available to you. So some of you could be like putting yourself on a course of learning, or the main energy I'm getting is that someone is coming into your life. I mean, you may already know this person, because I feel there's like a catching up kind of vibe here. So it may be someone that you've worked with before, or maybe it's a friend and you haven't seen them in a long time. I get this energy that someone gives you a piece of information that is like, wow, that is perfect for your situation in this moment. And suddenly it helps you either launch a new business idea, or it helps you have a breakthrough in your career, the way you're dealing with a person or a situation that you've been having on your mind recently, or they tell you about an opportunity where they're at, and I feel like you get that opportunity. It just feels like there is this major breakthrough. I really want you to be aware, because this figure here, of course, there's no head there, and there's the crown there. So I'm really getting this sense that you know that things are changing. And when things get difficult, it means that great change is afoot. And these changes are for your highest good. They may feel uncomfortable in that moment, but it's the universe showing you that valuing yourself leads to better opportunities. And I feel a lot of you are working through that right now, okay? So promotion vibes, definitely here. For some of you, you're actually taking yourself elsewhere to get that opportunity. And some of you, there is an opportunity at your current working environment, and it means you moving away from a team or a sector that perhaps is very toxic or wasn't working for you, and it just feels like a better environment that you're moving towards. If you're an entrepreneur, this is about you owning your energy, being a pro at what you do, really standing out in your environment and going from strength to strength. But also, this is about you branching out. So it could be that you are having an international link over across the world in some other country, or you're expanding your business with new ideas. This is a very exciting time for you where you are expanding your career, whether you are an entrepreneur or not. And if you are not an entrepreneur, some of you are launching a business and becoming an entrepreneur at this time, and it's going to be so exciting. These two cards, this is a card of being very cerebral at the end of the month, very much in your mind, strategizing and, putting thoughts into practice. And I feel for some of you, this is really about, transforming your life during uncertain times. You're taking back the power, so that no one else has power over you and the direction of your career. So I definitely see that change happening there as well. This is a very intense reading for you, my beautiful Capricorn. I'm just going to go and see the money situation, because right now I feel you're very budget oriented. I feel like, you're really smart and putting budget ideas into practice right now. I feel it's almost like rainy day vibes. I just get this energy of you just making sure that you are covered should there ever be a rainy day. But I don't see a rainy day there for you right now. The Hermit is a card, when you apply it to a career, it's like going solo, okay? Doing your own thing, feeling exhausted, searching for inspiration. Sometimes when we're overworked, we never have an opportunity for us to really sit down and think about the next stages of a plan, because we're just so exhausted that we just want to crash out. You've got the High Priestess there. Now, the High Priestess is all about opening the door to your subconscious mind, to reprogram, your brain, to basically ask yourself questions like, how am I going to show up for myself today? What did I learn from yesterday that I can implement today to revamp my future? And also to review and remind yourself of, what needs to stop happening, or what you need to stop doing or feeling or accepting, so that you can rewrite your personal narrative in your career sector. And we got the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so Three of Pentacles can, indicate teamwork or collaboration. Some of you may be setting up a partnership with somebody, or perhaps you're getting advice on how to set up a business there. Three of Pentacles actually means that you're super talented at what you do, that you have a craft or a skill that you will utilize, and it will project your finances even stronger. There's an energy here of your effort being dedicated to creating prosperity will see you earn more money, but it feels very much, as I said, that whatever happened last month kind of happens this month. Although I do feel like there could be a small increase in finances. And if you're going for an interview for a new role, I see that there is an increase in the finances that you are offered for that role. I do see, more than anything, some of you withdrawing in order to not have any distractions. Some of you may be secretly putting your resume out there to get more money. I definitely see that happening. And some of you may even consult a financial advisor on how to compound the money that you have already, or how to utilize your money in the best, most efficient way. I do see actually people are talking about you behind the scenes. So I feel like you're being set up for a promotion, or if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're being set up for a meeting, or like a collaboration, a sponsorship, or something that aids your career, because I feel like people want to work with you. I feel collaboration vibes here. So that could also be like a business partnership, or, if you are someone who is an influencer on social media, for example, it could be like a partnership that is offered to you as well. So let's move forward and see what else is coming out for you before I close your reading. We have beginnings. I mean, you have a major beginning here, because something big is ending here for you, and there is a major new beginning happening right there. So for some of you, it could be that you've had a major ending already and you've been on pause for a little while, and now there is a new beginning coming in here for you. But as you can see, a portal is opening up for you to staircase for greater opportunities. And when you get this card, this is really a card that basically says, don't worry about a new dawn. It's breaking. It has to happen. And let all the old out and, embrace the new. This is a card that indicates you're flowing forward without heaviness or anxiety. It's actually about a new way of being that you're being called to right now. So speak up with a clear voice. Basically, do not resist the change, and state what it is, not just to the universe, because of course we are manifesting all the time, and we have strong manifestation opportunities right up until the 18th of this month, because Jupiter will dim its light a little bit, but it's really amplified right now. So thoughts become things. And I feel, there is a wonderful new beginning opening up for you. And 3 I'm being given is the magic number. Okay, so 3 may be relevant for you. So it could be the 3rd of June, perhaps, or perhaps it's the 3rd week of June. Maybe you go to an interview at a place that is like number 3 or even on 3rd floor. So please take it as it resonates. Also, some of you may have been a little bit unwell recently, is what I'm seeing. Some of you may have had to take some time off for a procedure, or you have a procedure booked. Make sure that you take the time that is necessary to heal, and don't overexert yourself after the procedure, because you may give yourself a bit of a setback, and that won't work for anybody at all. So just take the rest that you need in order to get back to best before you launch yourself back into the fray. Okay, now I'm just going to go and get some final cards for you. Strategy. Definitely. As I said, I feel like you've got a plan for the plan, the backup plan for the backup plan. We've also got, it says here, plan your attack, research, references, being visible, key position, and deserved pay. That is absolutely it. A key position is becoming available for you, and it is going to pay you what you truly deserve. But you may be strategizing in order to get to that position in the first place. So whether that's you putting your resume out there, I feel there's a lot of independence that goes along with this new experience and new opportunity. And also we have magic mirror. Okay, so this is a period of reflection, of course. It says public persona, you are the product. Sales, social media, speaker, leader. I already got that vibe from your reading that you're a natural born leader, but also I feel this could be you if you're an entrepreneur, for example, you know, really marketing, as I said, branching out, new ideas, definitely enhancing your ability to attract more opportunities and more attention to your business. And if you work in a company, I definitely see this is about your reputation going from strength to strength, and you know, opportunities being made available to you, that you really are an asset to any environment that you work in. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, so we have a plant pot there, so this is about growth. Okay, for some of you, this is going to represent growing where you're planted already. It could be that there's an opportunity being offered, a promotion, raise, or some sort of new income or incentive comes in here. But you know, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you are leaving a company to move into something else, I definitely see growth happening in your career. But also I see lots of new ideas being implemented that will grow into something financially viable for you. We've also got the Ace of Swords equivalent, which is the Pegasus there. This is the breakthrough. This is the transformation at work here. And it feels like destiny and fate is intervening to help you level up in your career and basically staircase to the next stage. Now we also have a key. Okay, and there's a little heart on there. Hope you can see that. We got a planetary alignment key. So basically means that the circumstances are right for you to have a breakthrough, but also to receive some answers for the questions that you have. Some of you have been doing a bit of soul searching. So basically it's about focusing on the things that you don't love so that you discover all the things that you pretty much love about your career, your industry. Because when you get really clear about what it is you don't want for your path, then you will never accept it. You know, sometimes when we focus so much on what we love, sometimes people see that energy. You love it so much, so they feel like they can take advantage of the fact that you love what you do. So it's really good to get very clear on what you don't want to occur and what you don't want to accept, because then no one can take advantage of that, because you're so clear in that boundary that no one can cross the line. Okay. Now also a key represents a new door opening for you. And of course we have that Mars passion energy. So this is about you being ambitious, is about being driven. And I'm being given a really like weird, well, it's not weird, it's like sudden, let's put it that way, a song that's just come in. And I guess maybe the reason I feel it's weird is because I see this person that they are an actor. I didn't know they rapped. I didn't know they sang. Okay. But now I do, obviously. The Rock. Okay. This is an actor. I think maybe was a wrestler before. I don't know too much about this person. Is it Dwayne Johnson? Maybe it was an athlete. I can't really know that. I don't really know much about that person. But I do know that he's shown up in some Hollywood movies. I know that. But now I'm seeing like him rapping. Okay, I'll give you the words to what I can hear right now. Okay, all about the power. We stay hungry. Okay, yeah, so there was something at the beginning, it was really muffled, I couldn't hear it, but then there's something about the power and we stay hungry. That's it. So I mean, this can indicate that you're in a powerful situation, or you will be in a powerful situation, and you know you're hungry for this opportunity. You know, you are ambitious, you're trying to keep motivated, you've got your game face on, you're ready for action. So I definitely get a sense that that is relevant. You may even hear this. I mean, maybe this is something that's new that this rock person has done. Very talented as an actor. I really love him in some of the movies that I've seen. But yeah, you may hear that rap in the next coming weeks or months that indicates like you're ready for this new role that's being made available to you, and you're just going to really go for it, and you're going to really make something of it. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. It was very complex this time around. If there's anything that resonates, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. That's the notification bell, and it lets you know when I update my next message, and it lets me know, of course, that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Also, some of you beautiful Capricorns have reached out and said you have not been receiving notifications. YouTube, I contacted them and they said that they did an update a couple of months ago, and what it did was it actually took some people's notifications off. So all you have to do is go into your YouTube settings, go to the notifications part, and just click all the notifications back on. But also you need to be subscribed to the person that you want to receive the videos from, and have pressed that little bell as well, which is a notification bell. Very complex. I couldn't really understand all of what they were saying, but that's what I kind of grasped for what you should do if you're having trouble getting notifications from anybody that perhaps you really want to hear their videos. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. Thank you so much, and love and light.